How can you keep the honeymoon phase always instead of only 1 month, feeling lazy after a while? Okay, so you've measured your levels and your levels are here. Now you're adding testosterone over and above and like, oh, I feel good. I feel good. Now, as soon as it starts to drop after about a month and a half, you have to say to yourself, okay, my natural levels are dropping. I need to increase my dose to get back to wherever the hell I was. Okay. So if you've done your labs at, you know, some doctors make you do labs at 4 weeks. So let's say at the 4-week mark, you're like, oh my God, I feel fantastic. Let's say for 6 weeks, you're at 6 weeks, I feel fantastic. Get your labs done. It's okay. My total is here. My free T is here. My SHBG is here. Now, when that starts to drop, you'll know, okay, I need to get my level back to where it was, right? So you'll have to kind of figure out, well, how much more of a dose do I have to get my levels back up here? But that's essentially what you need to be doing. Okay, so I have seen a lot of guys that start off. The worst ones I would say are clinics that start off guys at like 70 milligrams, 80 milligrams, 90 milligrams. It's borderline chemical castration for most men. Okay, so they've got piss poor natural levels, and now they add a little bit on top. I'm like, oh yeah, I feel a bit better. But as soon as that natural production gets suppressed, they're back down to here, and they're back like feeling like dog shit again. Okay, I prefer a starting dose of 150 milligrams a week, starting twice weekly injections as my default. Anybody starting TRT, they ask you, Danny, what should I start with? 150 milligrams a week, doing twice weekly shots. Either it's going to be the perfect amount for you, or it's going to be too high for you, or it's going to be too low for you. Okay. Not me, not anybody on the planet can tell you what your ideal dose is. It's impossible. Okay. If a doctor says, I know exactly what I need to take, he's full of shit. If you take such and such, you're going to feel like this, he's full of shit. If I get your levels up to this amount, you're going to feel like this, he's full of shit. All I need to do is give you this dose and you're going to feel amazing, he's full of shit, okay? Use your heads. It doesn't work that way. I can give 100 people 150 milligrams a week, and they're all going to have different serum levels. They're all going to have different reporting of outcomes. Some are going to feel fantastic. Some are going to feel okay. Some are going to feel like they're panicky and anxious. When you start, this is call it an experiment. You're taking an educated guess. You say, okay, I have to start somewhere. Okay, 200 milligrams a week is sometimes really high for some guys. 100 milligrams a week is typically not enough for a lot of guys. So let's start in the middle. We'll start at 150. And if it's too much, we're going to quickly lower it. You know, if I say I'm on 150 and the guy's like, man, a week later, I can't sleep and I'm up all night and I'm a nervous wreck. Okay, it's a sign it's too much. Let's bring it down. If after 2 months, like, yeah, it's like, libido is kind of suffering. Okay, it's probably a sign that not enough. Let's bring it up. Okay, you got to start somewhere. But anyone who talks about a dose or a frequency or 200 milligrams is not TRT, it's a cycle. If you're at this level, it's a total T, you're on a. It gets so old. The bro science and the ignorance in this community is so freaking old. It's unreal. Like I said, you got to start somewhere. I would say start at 150 milligrams a week, twice weekly injections, and then you adjust from there. Okay. So when you're starting off, if you feel good and now you get the honeymoon phase, you're like, oh, I was feeling good. I'm starting to kind of go off. Bring that dose back up. Bring it back up to like, okay, I'm starting to feel good again. Okay, so this is your dose, right? It's really that simple. You could do this without labs. Okay. Doctors out there are gonna, oh, Danny Bossa is talking about. You can do this without labs. If I bring my dose from 150 to 175, do I feel better? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. What am I going to care about a lab? Oh, my number, who cares? Do I feel better at 175? Yes or no? Yes. Do I feel better at 200 compared to 175? No, because when I get to 200, I get anxious and I have insomnia. Okay. Do I need a lab to tell me that? No. If I bring it back down to 175, do I feel good? Yeah. So 175 is your dose. The lab is irrelevant. The lab, we don't care about at that point. 175 is where you feel your best. You've tried higher, you've tried lower, and 175 is the minimum amount you took to resolve symptoms. That's your dose. The number that winds up on the paper after, don't care. Okay? Don't care.